Tighten your seatbelt as we take you on this smooth ride. Let's go! It's the morning drive on 103.5 Ebona DFM, keeping your morning engaging as we take you through the smoothest ride on radio.
From 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m.
Getting your morning inspired, being informed. Let's interact only on the morning drive.
Make it a date with Martin Efanshuku, aka Meta.
And Christy, aka Emenari, aka Classy.
From Monday to Friday, from 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m.
On the morning drive.
103.5 Ebona DFM. Good morning and welcome to Ebona Day 103.5 FM. Today, the 13th day of November 2023. Today is Monday and the time is 2 minutes past the hour of 7. It's time for newspaper headlines on Ebona Day 103.5 FM. This morning we're going to take you through the news, making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers. But before we do that, let's go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories making the headlines. Please stay with us.
Do you know that you have the right to quality broadcasting? The National Broadcasting Commission says any person, group of persons, or organization aggrieved by the content of a broadcast or the conduct of a broadcast station may lodge a complaint to the station and all right to the Director General, National Broadcasting Commission, number 20, Ibrahim Taiwo Street, Asokoro, Abuja, or send a mail via info@nbc.gov.ng. Please ensure that your complaint includes name of the broadcast station, title of the program, date and time of broadcast, and essence of the complaint. Also, remember to include your name, address, telephone number, email, and append your signature. Note that your complaint must reach the NBC within 14 days of the queried broadcast. NBC, your right to quality broadcasting.
You're welcome back to newspaper headlines this morning. This morning, we're going to take you through the news, making the headlines on the Guardian newspaper, Leadership, Vanguard, Punch, Daily Post, Sun, The Nation, This Day, and if time permits, we're also going to take a look at Nigerian Tribune. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 080-96661035. You can as well join us on Facebook as we are live at Ebona Day 103.5 FM. Drop your comment on the comment section of the live video. You can equally stream us online via mixlr.com/gistfm. I am Martin. Let's get started with the Guardian newspaper this morning. Uzodimma re-elected. Ododo wins Kogi as Diri leads in Bayelsa. Fuel subsidy. Forest liberalization may drive inflation to 30% by December. Civil society organizations advise Nigeria, others against signing European Union ACP Pact. Group kicks over violent extremism, conflicts, others in North Central, Northwest. Reps to launch National Assembly eyes for effective oversight on ministries, departments, agencies. NSIB probes Aero contractors runway incident at Abuja Airport. JAMB accuses University of Nigeria of admission racketeering. Let restructuring top your agenda. Are Ona Kankafo urges Tinubu. ASU's OK's full reopening of secondary schools in Taraba. UBA takes over Stallion Group's assets over alleged 156 billion naira debt. Abiodun says Ogunkago Airport will be viable. DBM partners OEAHG to empower vulnerable women in Northeast. Falana knocks Israel over collective punishment, crime against humanity. School charges graduates on continuous learning. Polio. Anambra tax parents guidance on vaccination. Delta communities seeks government intervention in land dispute with Ondo. Rivers chief grateful for lawsuit victory against oil firm. Delta deplores corrupt practices by civil society organizations, non-governmental organizations, CBOs. Develop your town like foreign lands, Oshun Monarch tells citizens. CNS church leader Abidoye dies at 101. Federal government to implement recommendations on land reforms. Federal government to implement recommendations on land reforms. Lagos hosts statutory meeting of UCLG Africa 2024. Obaseki, Ibnedon, Oyegun make case for Edo South. Nasema seeks stimulation of medium enterprises to reduce poverty. Nasema seeks stimulation of small medium enterprises to reduce poverty. We will refurbish Abowo shopping complex. Makinde promises. Newspaper distributors congratulate new leadership of NPAN. African Transit Scheme to promote seamless movement of goods across customs borders. ILO. Others move to curb 3 million yearly deaths from industrial accidents in Africa. Olubodi to deliver OOU faculty lecture. ASU urges Kanu government to stop deduction of varsities IGR, settle allowances. Stakeholders tax youths on opportunities in energy sector. Be ready for more foreign investors. ESIPO boss tells Edo. People with disability. Ex-convict. Others arrested in National Drug Law Enforcement Agency raid in 6 states. People with disabilities. Ex-convict. Others arrested in National Drug Law Enforcement Agency raid in 6 states. Akwa Ibom plans 32-day fiesta to celebrate Christmas, promote tourism. Rep. Gadi denies calling for Tinubu probe on fuel subsidy removal proceeds. 2 immigration officers killed, 7 injured in road crash. Navy promises safety on waterways during Ember months. Arrest 10 suspects in rivers. St. Paul's Anglican Church marks centenary. Honors Ife monarchs. 2 immigration officers were taking this. INEC adjourned Bayelsa results collation till Monday. Fresh election to hold in parts of Kogi November 18, says INEC. Imo Guba poll. Uche Nwosu explains why there was voters' apathy. Anxiety as APC wins in 11 of 18 local government areas in Kogi polls. Bayelsa Guba, INEC officials held hostage in Bras local government. Kogi poll, APC raises alarm over alleged move to truncate Ododo's victory. APC members protest over voting in Dekina, Olamaboro, as IRF data exposes SDP's hanky-panky. APC members protest over voting in Dekina, Olamaboro, as IRF data exposes SDP's hanky-panky. JAMB accuses UNN with taking this. Admission racketeering. JAMB welcomes Senate's probe. Bayelsa polls protest at INEC office over alleged doctored election results in Nembe, Basambiri. Ebonyi APC urges Kalo to consolidate on gains at Senate. Explain to Nigerians how you uploaded results in 6 local government areas without conducting election. Yaga queries INEC. Uzodimma. APC faithful rejoice as governor is re-elected. Nigeria committed to ideals, policies, programs of UNESCO minister. Governor Aliyu pledges to sustain Spotlight Initiative projects achievements. 129 inmates on death row in Plateau prisons, PRO. Kogi electoral malpractice, INEC suspends election in 9 RAs. Defense Minister, our military were equipped for modern warfare. INEC suspends election in 9 wards in Kogi over electoral malpractices. Federal government has achieved a lot in fight against oil theft. Matawale, Hope Uzodimma, we've taken this. Off-cycle elections, Clark urges INEC to investigate alleged irregularities. Governor Dauda should focus on his job and leave me alone. Matawale, Kogi Guba, while we witness massive turnout of voters, residents. Imo election, Labour Party alleges irregularities, calls for cancellation of results. Imo election, Labour Party alleges irregularities, calls for cancellation of results. Kogi Guba, TAF, Africa Lords, INEC for peaceful conduct, participations of people with disabilities. All bottlenecks will be crushed. Tinubu assures Nigeria-Saudi investment roundtable. Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps boss implores personnel to be resolute against oil theft. African Development Bank orders secure fresh $34.8 billion investment interest for Nigeria, other African countries. Work out your differences for rivers to progress. Jack Rich begs Wike Fubara. Chetima applauds Access Bank's 30 billion naira discounted loans for 700,000 MSMEs. 6,000 secondary schools to participate in University of Ibadan Sigma Club quiz competition. 6,000 secondary schools to participate in University of Ibadan Sigma Club quiz competition. Traditional institutions' involvement in governance will spur development. Makinde group demands justice for slain teacher in Taraba. That's the much we can take from the Guardian newspaper this morning. And from the Guardian newspaper, we'll flip over to Leadership newspaper. House Deputy Speaker speaks. House Deputy Speaker seeks more investments in education. Others. Go on. Adeboye, pray, sets agenda for Christian Association of Nigerian President at 60. Death of integrity in public life. Navy raids Sea Pirates camp, recovers weapons. Support Tinubu to rescue Nigeria. Wike urges youth. Anambra YPP World Chairman shot dead. NUC assesses MIVA varsity for nursing, public health programs. NUC assesses, we're taking this. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Leadership newspaper this morning. Gaza war, Arab, Islamic nations call for peace. Confab, Amuka, Osoba, Obaibena lead 300 editors to Uyo. Review judges' remuneration. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Leadership newspaper this morning. MTN system error causes debt cancellation as subscribers jubilate. Stampede, 16 University of Calabar students land in hospital. Federal University of Agriculture, Makurdi, FUAM, call for applications into new regular and executive short courses. Dangote refinery begins operations December. And that's the much we can take from the Leadership newspaper this morning. And from the leadership newspaper, we'll flip over to Vanguard newspaper. Portfolio reshuffling trail bullish stock market. More bakeries shut down over high cost of flour, other ingredients. $50 billion capital flight. Stakeholders charge Nigeria, others on growing indigenous EPC sector. Off-cycle governorship polls. Uzodimma retains seat. Ododo wins in Kogi. Diri leads in Bayelsa. National Drug Law Enforcement Agency nabs notorious physically challenged drug supplier in Edo. YPP chairman murdered in Anambra. Man denies alleged 15 million naira fraud allegation by ex-wife. Alleged admission racketeering. Senate probe is welcome. Jamb. 2024 budget. How to end Nigeria's economic woes. Senate. Micro pension wobbles under economic hardship. Bayelsa. INEC adjourns collation of results till Monday. Annual confab. Amuka Osoba of Baibwena lead 300 editors to Uyo. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Kogi, INEC fixes November 18th for fresh elections in 59 polling units. APC's Ododo declared winner of Kogi governorship election. Bayelsa, INEC adjourns collation. We've taken this. Imo election result unacceptable. Labour Party laments. War on Gaza. Falana urges ceasefire. Kanu governor mourns veteran Hausa film actor Samanja. More bakeries shut down over high cost of flour, other ingredients. Tension as gang war rages in Benue. Dozens killed. Woman stabbed to death at church's crusade. Ogun, 2 killed as cult clash resumes in Chagamu. Ogun, 2 killed as cult clash resumes in Chagamu. That's the much we can take from the Vanguard newspaper this morning. And from the Vanguard newspaper, we'll flip over to Punch newspaper. 26 billion naira para poly land under land grabbers threat. Rector. Don't meddle in Liberia poll. Jega tells ECOWAS observers. Abuja airport runway closed as aerial aircraft crash lands. NCRIB to promote professionalism. Digitalize waste management. Lagos state government tells PSP operators, Abuja property owners to start paying tax. 8 firms record 918.1 billion naira loss on currency revaluation. Navy raids sea robbers camp in Bayelsa, recovers weapons. FCTA earns 1.7 billion naira from building approvals, demolishes 11,705 chanties. Ogun Cargo Airport will revolutionize aviation sector. Abiodun. Delta Airport runway converted to football pitch. Monarch. Federal government aims for 1.9 million barrel per day, intensifies war against oil theft. Boko Haram logistics storage bombed, gun trucks, others destroyed, defense headquarters. Adopt pension plan, PENCOM tells informal sector workers. Israel, Hamas, Arab nations condemn Gaza killings, want ICC probe. Israel, Hamas, Arab nations condemn Gaza killings, want ICC probe. Nigerians make unfair demands on lawmakers, Senate President. Plateau will return farming to school curriculum, Governor. Lagos partners Netherlands to tackle coastal erosion. NICOM, National Insurance Commission, urges policyholders to get claims for underwriters. Zara FX advocates financial empowerment. Government to equip boys with IT skills. Operators plan capacity building for insurance agents. NIA, Nigerian Issuers Association, seeks lawmakers' support for insurance bill. Conflict marshals behind unending banditry in Northwest. Matawale, 186,452 Sokoto, Zamfara, Kebbi children have never been vaccinated. UNICEF, 186,452 Sokoto, Zamfara, Kebbi children have never been vaccinated. UNICEF. Customs generated 11 billion naira in Oyo, Oshun in 10 months. Controller. JAMB will cooperate with Senate to probe racketeering. Registrar. Money Point gets Brandcom recognition. Implement 1-for-1 policy to end medical brain drain. Joint Health Sector Union. Editors Summit. NGE draws Tinubu, Ribadu orders to Uyo. Executive Legislature Partnership will block leakages. Senate. Wema Bank bags award for culture promotion. That's the much we can take from the Punch newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning. From the Punch newspaper, we'll flip over to Daily Post newspaper. Nobody will be spared. Aisha Yusuf warns of impending protests worse than NSAS. Samanja, Governor Sani mourns popular actor in NTA 1980 series. Serve Nigeria before making demands. Tinubu's minister Salako tells youths. Epidemic looms in Bauchi Secondary School over poor toilet sanitation, water scarcity. I did not call for Tinubu's probe. House Committee Chairman Gadi. Navy demobilizes suspected pirates camp in Bayelsa. Air Force knocks out terrorists in raids in Borno. 10,000 civil servants to attend the 42nd edition of Federal Civil Service Games. Alia congratulates Uzodimma over re-election as Imo State Governor. Teachers killing. At last, Union resolves to reopen secondary schools in Taraba. Ogun Agro Cargo Airport will be commercially viable. Abiodun. That's the much we can take from the Daily Post newspaper this morning.